Hi Terence, hi Rahul, welcome to Eastern Eye.
Hi, nice to meet you. How are you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
Very.
So guys, first of all, congratulations. The song Teri, Mujhe Teri Umar Lag Ja, of course, is getting such a great response. It's such an emotional track. It directly touches the right chords of the heart. So congratulations for all the praises and everything. I was going through all the comments also on YouTube on song, and everyone is loving it. So congratulations to both of you for that.
Thank you. Thank you. The song Tenu Meri Umar Lag Jawe is right now trending at number 3, and it's crossed 1 million views already organically in less than 24 hours. So both Rahul and me are very grateful, and thankful to all our fans, followers, and all the people who don't know us and who are knowing us through our work. Thank you so much for the love.
So tell me how this whole song was conceptualized, because it talks about a very emotional story it has. So tell me how this whole song was conceptualized.
I think the song conceptualizing, Rahul will talk about it, but how we went about doing it later, that I'll probably give you throw light upon. So Rahul, why don't you start with what you were thinking and what you were feeling when you were writing this song, and when did you write this song and how did it happen for you?
So, Murtuza, I composed this track like around 4 years back. In the days when I used to be free and I used to create a bank of songs. So, imagining that there would be a time when I'll not have much time to create something. So this is one of the gem that I created. I count this track in my top 10 list. So I composed it that time and I started pitching it for films, for few other projects. But nothing happened at that time. Then I eventually met Terence sir, and I played a lot of tunes to him, and Tenu Meri Umar Lag Jave is one such song which he loved, and he said let's do it. So I created this song with a very young talented lyricist called Himang Kalal. So he wrote the lines, and I loved the thought, and I thought of creating something out of it, and so that's how the audio got created, and how the video worked. That I think Terence will tell you in a much better way.
So basically, Saurabh Prajapati is the director of this video, and he's a common friend for both of us. And Saurabh is also my student who was a dancer in my company, then became a choreographer, and now he's a director. He's the youngest director in Bollywood and in India. Now he was very insistent that I would, I've done a song with him already for another singer, and he was like, "Sir, I would like you to sing a song, and I think you have a great voice, and I want to introduce you to a very, very talented bugger called Rahul Jain, and he's an internet sensation, and he also composes song, and you will love him." I said, "Okay, let's go and meet him." So I went with the intention to listen to one of Rahul's songs so I could sing it and all that jazz. And I heard all the songs, and they were all lovely because Rahul's voice is amazing. And I was like, yeah, I mean, like all the songs, but I'm not sure if I should sing them, And, then finally I said, okay, is that it, or are there more? He said, yeah, I have one song. I had written it for myself, but I would love to, you to kind of listen to it. And if you like it, you can sing it and you can make it your own. So you made me hear the song, and I was like, whoa, wait a minute. This song cannot be sung by me. This has to be you. This voice and this kind of timbre, the quality is just too fantastic. And it is so, a lot of people have great voices, but to sing with emotion and to understand the words and make it come alive, make you feel that emotion as you sing, that requires a certain amount of maturity and a certain amount of experience in singing. And I said, Rahul, you forget me. No, you should not give this song to anybody, because this is so beautifully sung and rendered by you. This is your song, and let's make it your song. And then I was like, okay, I'll just feature it and probably help you with that. So let's think of a concept which is different, and let's come together. So sort of when we racked our brains, and we were like thinking of all kinds of concepts. The obvious concept was, okay, I'm in love with this girl, and this girl, I'm crazy in love with her, but she's dying, and I want to tell her that I want to give my life to you, and may my life be yours, and maybe may I die before you. So it's very it's very cliche, and it had too many songs and too many music videos in that genre. So I was like, let's think out of the box. And then in conversation, I happened to show sort of a short film of mine which I've not released, and it's a story about a father and daughter. And he saw one of my dancing. Then he's like, "So why have you not shown this to the world?" I was like, "I'm waiting for the right time." I'm like, wait, it is, I'm just waiting for the right time. So he's like, I don't think there should be any good time. I know what the right time is. Let's put this in the music video. Let's bring this story and this concept, and it might just really be love. Sorry. So yeah, then we just worked together with Maru, sort of myself. We just put the whole ideas together. And it's not like a not explored concept. Like a father-daughter concept isn't explored. It's not unusual, but to tell it in a way that can really connect and say it subtly and beautifully and not create too much drama, because most people they would listen to the song and say, oh, something will happen to the daughter and all that. Like, no, we just wanted to keep it simple. And I wanted to keep it positive, because in times like this, what we want to see is beautiful emotions that are still positive. Changing the negative also to a positive space is something that I feel is something that is very much required and needed. So we want to keep it in a very happy, positive space.
So Terence, my question is for you. I think earlier also you have been a part of many music videos, and now of course this one, and we get to see a very amazing actor, I would say. Of course we have known you as a fantastic dancer, but now we are getting to see you as an amazing actor. So as you also said that there's a short film also that you have there in the pipeline. So is it like now we will get to see you on the big screen as well, or in any of the web series, because of course OTT is taking over nowadays?
Yeah.
So is it like as an actor also we'll get to see Terence soon in a full-fledged role?
See, honestly, there's a little secret I need to share with you that when I was growing up, I was more into theatre than singing, and more into theatre and drama than dance. Dance happened by accident to me. I used to just take part in dancing competitions, and it was like the best of the worst, just to win them. There was no school that time were teaching dance, and anybody. I was just like a very confident kid on stage. I'm very confident on stage. Like, stage for me is more home than normal. It's a little weird for me because I've always loved attention, and I love to be on stage and be in front of camera. So I've always been very comfortable. We put a camera on and I'm very comfortable. Be it an interview, be it a photographer, be it a video guy, anybody, I'm at ease. So that's one. And it's just that, I was financially strapped when I was growing up, because I came from a very middle class family, and my parents were like very clear, like, you got to stand on your feet immediately. So at 15, we were like working, to make ends meet, and dancing was throwing its arms open to me. So in spite of my love for passion for theatre and drama, I realized that it wouldn't support me. Dancing was supporting me. It was financially more viable. So, I'm extremely practical and pragmatic. I don't believe, ki sapna dekhte rehna chahiye. I don't believe. I think you should be very practical. For me, at that point, it made sense to get into dance. I went into it. It gave me a lot of opportunities to be financially stable. Then I used that money to train further and really, build my craft. But I had never trained in dance. At 26, I went to US and started learning dance, and then I got a scholarship later. So having said that, I would left this passion, way back after college. After college, I never did anything in theatre. A little bit of modeling happened, when I have to say this to you that, it was, far and few between. Now that I'm more financially stable, now that I'm in a certain space, I think I can explore the theatrical side to me, the passion for art and for acting, without having to have this burden that I have to kind of make ends meet, and I could, take any role, or, I'm desperate to become famous. No, I don't have any such desires being fulfilled to being an actor. I want to act because I really enjoy the craft. I'm happy when I'm on the set. I'm happy when I'm pre-planning, when I'm taking deciding on how I'm going to shoot. I'm loving the post-production process. So I love the entire process from start to finish, and it makes me happy. It makes me very happy when I'm in front of camera. So, it's just, I love the role. I love the characters, and I love to play things that I'm not. I'm not a father. I'm not married. But that's what I want to do. I don't want to play myself. I don't never want to play Terence Lewis as a judge, or Terence Lewis, the real Terence Lewis. I do not want to play myself ever, because it's too boring and it's not interesting. I want to play different roles, different places, different spaces in their life, simply because it allows me to touch something that I don't have. Every other emotion I can always access to me, but people's characters, lives, journeys, they're so lovely and amazing, and to be able to kind of touch that, it's a gift in itself, and it gives me great pleasure. So it'll be an honor for me to kind of get roles that I really enjoy and really get into the craft and be involved in the craft.
So Rahul, I was, as I said, I was going through the comments on the YouTube channel, and there are a lot of people said that while everyone is making recreated versions, Rahul is doing something new and he's showing getting something unique in front of audiences. So what do you have to say about this? Also, what do you have to actually say about this whole recreation trend? Because I won't be wrong if I say that at least every film has one song which is a recreated version. So what do you have to say about this whole recreated version trend that is going on right now?
So to be really honest, I don't think that recreations are bad. I have done
Yeah, me too.
more than 200 250 recreations, but what I think is the originality, the purity of the original content should remain the same. So whenever I did any recreations, I tried keeping the original thing original, because because that is gold. I have heard it so many times during my upbringing in music, or during my childhood. So I think that should remain the same. But what I am against is producers, directors, or the labels. They have decided that we have to keep a remix, or we have to keep 2 tracks remix, which is not good, because there's so many talented original music composers like me who are just waiting for the right opportunity, for the right platform, which they are not getting, because these labels and directors, they are completely dependent on remixes. So I think original music should be there, so that our children, the next generation, they should also have something to recreate.
So, lastly, I would like to ask Terence and Rahul, guys, both, what's happening next? Terence, where do we get to see this amazing performances of yours again? And Rahul, what's your next song that you're working on? Any collaboration you guys are working together on?
Yeah.
So tell us something about
So
that.
Terence sir is an amazing singer, or I would rather say he's an amazing artist. Whatever art form it is, like acting आपने देख ली है, dance आप इतने time से देखते आए हैं. So now my target is to let him sing something, maybe an original. So yes, we are looking forward. And also, अगर आपने comments पढ़े हो, so there are a lot of comments. People are saying, do we get to see the part two of the
Yes,
song?
yeah.
So we never thought of it. We never thought of a part two while making Tenu Meri Umar Lag Jave. But now when people are loving this, then why not? So you guys can see some future collaboration of me and Terence.
I'll be very brutally honest with myself and to everybody here. I'm not a trained singer, but I love fine and performing arts. I am ready to learn, and I kind of sing okay. I'm not as great as Rahul. He knows how to hold his notes. He knows how to kind of variate. There's a certain quality that comes when you're trained. There's a certain strength in the voice. I have my own limitations, so whoever is going to compose for me is going to have to kind of really work and make me sure I look good and sound good, not look but sound good, and the song suits me also. So yeah, looking forward to those collaborations. I'm also very keen to see how this video from it goes into part 2, and how it pans out for that too. And I'm just keeping it open to the universe, and I always believe that I'm a Destiny's child, and things happen in its own way and its own sweet time. I'm here. I've sent it out there that I'm ready. We're looking for a chance, an opportunity, and I have no resistance towards that. And I know that every time I will have to cross a certain level of bridge or some difficulty, I will do it. So I'm open to the possibilities, and yeah, let's see how it happens, how it all pans out.
Great. So guys, it was really nice talking to you, and I am sure Tenu Meri Umar Lag Jaye is going to get more and more views, and it's going to trend on YouTube and everywhere. So thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you soon.
Bye. Take care.